What's going on, guys? Day 2 here. I worked pretty late last night, so kind of just finished up the brakes, and then this morning we are working on some other stuff. So checking out the brakes here real quick. I think they came out pretty good. Everything looks great. Knuckles pretty much ready to drop on the car as soon as it's ready. Only thing is I kind of scuffed up this caliper when I had it laying down, so I'll probably touch that up a little bit. But I'm planning on eventually powder coating these, so it's not a huge deal. They still look great. So both of those are together now. We got the sway bar here ready to paint. So I'm gonna paint that while I work on the big project for today. And then I also have the brackets out here for the sway bar in paint right now. Today's project will be to take some of this citrus strip here, paint it basically all over the engine bay. I pulled the air struts out so everything's nice and clean, nothing to worry about it. And basically we want to get everything looking like this down to bare metal. I'm gonna pretty much do as much as I can. There's a few things we got to work around, but I'm gonna try my best. I forgot my panel clip tool, so we're just gonna kind of work around all the little clips for now. Got a drop cloth here so I don't get a bunch of stuff on the floor, so start working on that. Alright guys, so we're making progress here on the engine bay. Let me show you what I got done so far. So far we have basically the entire passenger side here done. It's a very tedious process. Haven't got really back here yet. I'm gonna try and do the firewall all together once I get everything up front done. So just waiting on this piece to start to wrinkle so I can get that off. And then we're gonna start working on this side. And I'll do the core support, at least the top. The bottom we got to figure something out here because it's bent. I'm thinking of trying to do kind of a tube thing right here just for the smaller bottom piece. But other than that, this side looks pretty good. I'll have to go back in with a wire wheel and the drill and get all the seam sealer out of here, but that'll be after we get all the paint off. Other than that, I went ahead and threw the steering rack in the subframe as well as the sway bar here. We got all the new bushings on there and everything. As you can see, the nice poly bushings. Just waiting on the couple brackets here from TSS Fab for the rest of the power steering rack for that to be complete. But it's looking pretty good. I did throw the control arms on it and the brace and took a picture. If you want to see that, it'll be on my Instagram. You can see it in my channel description. But yeah, it looks super good. I'm super excited for it. Can't wait to see everything in here when it's all done. So I'm gonna keep working on getting all this paint out of here, and hopefully I can get a bunch done. I fly out of state tomorrow, so going to try to do as much as I can today. It's getting pretty late in the day, so just gotta finish up what I can. I'm hoping to hopefully get this area and a good portion of this area done, and then when I come back we'll focus on the core support and the firewall. Alright guys, I just got back from my trip. Did a little bit of work on the car off camera. Just wanted to show you guys what I got done and what I'm doing next. So here's what we got. Alright, so we got basically everything from the wheel wells forward stripped down to bare metal. I've been just using citrus strip to strip everything. So all this is bare metal. It looks just gray, but it is bare metal. And then I got all the seam sealer out on the sides here with the wire wheel. I need to just kind of clean up the firewall so I can strip everything off of that, which shouldn't be too hard. Other thing I did was these little side support pieces here and the middle piece of the core support I took off. So as you can see, it's pretty flimsy now. Putting the LS in here from the top would be really hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill out these spot welds here on the radiator support. So we'll probably do those two, that one, and then one on the inside. This one's just one on top, and then those two. And then basically what we're going to do is we're going to drill out that hole, which will already be drilled out on both of them. And we're going to put a nutsert in there and basically use bolts to hold this on. That way I can take this entire piece off, and then I'm also going to get a brace piece that goes to the middle to support the middle. But that way this whole piece can come off, so we can just easily get the engine down in here like that. So I'm going to work on drilling those out so that we can get in there easily, and then I'm going to work on stripping the back half here. Alright, so we got the piece off here. As you can see, it's sat just like that basically. We're going to fill the holes I drilled out, and then these holes right here those big ones that look all nice, automatically go through to those holes. So we'll use those as our bolt holes, and then we'll drill one of these side ones out just to add a little bit of extra rigidity. But we basically already have the nice holes drilled for the nutserts, and then this gives us a ton of room to get the engine in and just work in the engine bay in general. Alright, made a little bit more progress here. Just got rid of the paint here on the ends where the radiator support was, and then I drilled out the rivets for the pitch stop mount here and got that off. I just need to cut this along here, but I don't have my grinder with me, so I can't really do that. Other than that, basically all we have left to get this thing stripped is the firewall, and then underneath on the frame rails we'll do as well. And that should be pretty much it. I'm gonna have to take this cowling off and probably take the hood off finally. Other than that though, it's getting pretty close to being all bare metal and starting welding everything. Put the headlights in it before I took out the core support, and basically the shave needs to come up to about here. So on the same side here, I'm gonna have to figure out some kind of metal to fill in there, and then we'll fill in all this. But should look good. I'm gonna keep working away on a few things that I can, and I'll update you guys shortly. What's going on? It's a new day here. Trying to just get as much as done as possible right now. I'm leaving for another week after this. I'm trying to do as much as possible because I'm hoping we get the engine back soon and we can start to deal with that. So not filming a ton, just trying to work. Couple things. I ran to the store this morning and picked up this whiteboard here, so that way I can make a list, things that I need to do. I just jotted a few things down that I know, a couple tools, just stuff that I don't have here, you know, panel clip removers, Sharpies, a sawzall blades, a couple free things that they gave me, just some wrenches and some flap discs. But hopefully with the sawzall blades we'll be able to cut this out here since it is bent there, and then weld in that tube that I kind of drew a rough sketch of right there. So I got a buddy coming over soon, hopefully. We're gonna get the dash out of it so that we can pull the radiator or the heater core out, and then we can get to all this wiring behind and pull it through, and then that way we can fill up all these holes that we don't need and get the base strip going. So hopefully he'll come over soon. We'll get that out. Probably not gonna film it. I'm not super comfortable filming around people yet, so we'll do that. And then once that's done, I'll show you guys what we did and how we got it all out. And then need to cut this piece off still. I might get to that today, but we'll see. I'm just gonna do what I can for a bit until he shows up. Alright, so I just cut the center section out with the sawzall. So we got it here. Basically what I'm gonna do is put some cardboard against the ends here, and then use a Sharpie to trace the outline of it. Probably just this part here, like the open piece, and then this piece I'll just weld across to make sure it's nice and held together. But this piece right here, I'm gonna weld a cap, and then we'll probably get some like 1 inch to 1.5 inch tubing, whatever fits. I'll have to measure. And once this is capped off, we'll weld a tube in between them, and then we'll weld our radiator mounts off the bottom of that, and that'll tie the front end together. So yeah, that piece is out of there. Pulled off the cowl here so that we can get to this. As soon as my friend comes over to help me pull the dash, he said he should be on his way soon. So I'll get the dash out and then probably update you guys after that, or after I make these templates, because I'm kind of running out of stuff to do while I'm waiting here. So I'm probably gonna make those templates real quick, and then yeah, we'll see where we go. Alright, so I just traced out these onto some cardboard here, the driver's side and the passenger side. So these are where the little tabs are. So basically we're just gonna get rid of those lines and just do this little like squarish kind of part here. So I'm gonna work on cutting these out, and then might work on cutting them out of the metal soon. Alright, so we got these pieces cut out of metal here. This is the passenger side. So as you can see, hold with one hand, but there you go. Fits pretty perfect. Once I get gas in the welder, I can weld them on. And the driver's side here. pretty good too. So yeah, once I get gas in the welder, I'll weld these in. My buddy's almost here to help with the dash, and then we'll knock that out and maybe be done for the day. We'll see. I don't have gas for the welder. I might start stripping some of the paint off the back here, but that's probably about it for the rest of the day. All right, so my buddy just left. We just got the dash out. So you can see it's on the table right there. It wasn't that hard actually. My friend is a Subaru tech, so it went pretty smooth because he's already done this. There's an airbag recall. So dash is out of the car. I'm gonna get the airbag out of it because I'm gonna get rid of all the airbags, just because I don't want to deal with the wiring in the front. Isn't gonna look good, and then also it's just kind of sketchy. I've seen a lot of people take their cars apart, put them back together, and the airbags go off. So we're just gonna get rid of it. But inside here, basically just got the metal crash beam left, and then we can get this out, which this is the HVAC, like the heater core and all that stuff, and then the blower motor here we can get out, and that'll free up a ton of space to do basically anything in the engine. It's gonna get all the stuff out of those holes in the front so we can fill what we need to, but everything's pretty much in the back now. But this is all out. Just need to pull out the crash beam here, or not the crash beam really, just I guess just the metal part for the dash. Need to pull that out, and then we can get the heater core out, and it should all be pretty smooth now. Once that's out, I can really start to go to town on the engine bay, and I'll have a lot more access to stuff. I'll probably be able to get the steering column out pretty easily. Like I said, the heater core and the blower motor, and then this is for the airbags. We're going to take all that out. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't want them going off for any reason, so we're going to probably pull them out of here too when we drop the headliner. It's not the safest, but I also have a steering wheel airbag, and it's not really a car that's going to be on the road much anyway. It's a show car and a track car, so it doesn't really matter. So, alright, this is pretty crazy. Got everything out. It's kind of weird seeing my car like this, but the metal bars out, got the HVAC stuff out, set it over here for now. Really starting to run out of space here. I'm trying to find a shop, but it's kind of hard to find one here. Anyway, got basically everything out. Got the clutch master off, the steering column pulled back, so now we can work on getting all this stripped out, and hopefully soon we'll be able to start welding and getting stuff painted. So I'm gonna work on getting this stripped out. It's probably where I'm gonna end the video here, because that's gonna be quite a bit of work. It'll probably take me the rest of today, and then we'll see what else I get done throughout the week. I gotta go through wiring and stuff and figure out exactly what I need to keep and what I can get rid of. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment below, subscribe if you want to keep watching, and keep along with the build. I post kind of some more stuff throughout the time while I'm working on it on my Instagram. It's just @tulotony. So yeah, give me a follow on there if you want to see some stuff when I'm not filming or what I'm doing besides working on my car. But yeah, see you guys later. Peace out.